Hi, good morning. This is Mr. Cornier. This is Benchmark 23 review on trigonometry. What we're going to do right here is we're going to find the measure of angle B to the nearest tenth of a degree if the cosine B equals 0.8926 and angle B is an acute angle. Hope you guys got the right answer for this. Let me go ahead and show you the solution. So on the calculator, you want to go ahead and you want to do the cosine inverse to get B by itself. So this is how I'm going to write this down. You have B is going to equal your cosine inverse, and then in the calculator you just want to go ahead and hit 0.89. Let me make this a little bit darker. 2, 6. Plug this into the calculator, and then you get the acute angle B is 26.8. I have a 26.79, but this is pretty good. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon. All right, welcome back. Benchmark 23 review. This is number 3. You want to go ahead and find x, and you want to go ahead and round it to the nearest tenth. Remember SOHCAHTOA, sine, the definition of sine, definition of cosine, and definition of tangent. All right, let me know if you have any questions. After you answer the question, I'll have a brief explanation on how to work this problem out. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye. All right, hopefully you got the right answer. If not, here's a clear explanation on how to solve for x. So first thing that I will do, I don't know if I was making some steps here, I will identify the angle. So identify angle, acute angle. So here goes my angle 36. The second thing I'll go ahead and do is I'll label the right triangle. So this will be my hypotenuse, like always. And this will be opposite angle 36. So this is my opposite. And my adjacent, I don't need anything on my adjacent side to the angle. Right? So I'll just label that adjacent. I don't need that. And the third thing I'll go ahead and do is I'll try to identify which trig ratio I'm going to use. Okay. And you can use your notes. You can use the anchor chart in the back. You can go online and look at the trig ratios. So this is how I memorize it. I go SOHCAHTOA, which is sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent hypotenuse, tangent opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to look for the two that have that definition, opposite over hypotenuse. The only one that has opposite over hypotenuse is my sine. So number 4, I want to go ahead, I want to set up my equation. So there goes my setup, whatever equation. And this is what it'll look like. I'll do it on the side here. Sine 36 equals opposite, which is x, over hypotenuse 24. And then number 5, I'm going through these steps pretty clearly. I want to go ahead and solve for x. So in order for me to solve, x is being divided by 24. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides by 24. So I'll put parentheses here. And what I'll do is the 24s will cancel. I got x equals 24 times sine 36. I'll plug all that into the calculators. I'll make sure my calculator is in degrees. When I plug that into my calculator, I'm going to get 14.1. So that was my answer. Letter A is my answer. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Mr. Cornier, Benchmark 23 review. This is number 4 for the trigonometry. You want to find x, and you want to round to the nearest tenth. So just, again, make sure you remember the trig ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent. You can look in your notes. You can look back at the board for the anchor chart. I'll give you some hints. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye. All right. Welcome back. Here's a quick explanation on how to find x. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify my angle. I'll go ahead and I will label on my right triangle. This is going to be my hypotenuse, which I have nothing in this case. This will be my opposite side, and this will be my adjacent side to the acute angle. So I'm going to look at my sine, cosine, and tangent ratios. So just remember how I memorized this was SOHCAHTOA. So opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent opposite over adjacent. The only ones that satisfy an opposite and adjacent definition is my tangent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my time setting this up. This is tangent 59. It's going to equal opposite, which is x, all over 18.5. Again, you guys already know to get x by itself is x divided by 18.5. Let's go ahead and multiply both sides. 18.5. Do the same thing over here. 18.5. And there's my parentheses. I'll cancel those out. And I'm left with x. 18.5. Take my time on my calculator. 2.5 times tangent 5.9. Close parentheses. I get 30.78. I can say 30.79. Looks pretty close to my letter D. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye. Mr. Cornier and Benchmark 23. This is number 5 for the Benchmark 23 review for trigonometry. Okay. What you want to do is find x, round to the nearest tenth. A little different than before. We're going to go ahead and set this up the same way using the trig ratios. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye. Welcome back. I know you got the right answer. If not, here's the explanation for this. First thing I want to do is identify my angle, my acute angle. Then I want to go ahead and label my sides. This is my hypotenuse. And let's see, this is my opposite, which I don't have anything there. And this is my adjacent side to 9. So the only definition that has a hypotenuse and adjacent, I'll go ahead and write this up, opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent. The only one that has hypotenuse and adjacent is my cosine. So I'm going to set this up. Cosine x is adjacent over hypotenuse. And keep this really simple. To get x by itself, you have to do the inverse of cosine. Cosine inverse. And then I'm going to plug in 9 over 13. Really easy, really simple. Let's go ahead. X equals, on the calculator, go cosine inverse, or cosine -1. In my calculator, I have to hit that second key. Cosine -1, parentheses 9 divided by 13. Close the parentheses, I get 46.9 46.1869. I'll write this down right here. 46.187. It's close to 46.2. It was my answer C. Let me know how I can help you out. See ya.